It's week 2 of the NFL, and it's presented by
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
And the catch made by Walters. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the gun, it's May. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's May. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Throwing here is May. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 catches, 80 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. Greenfield. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You talk about this Giant defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they've got to make sure that they don't have those.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 catches, 78 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Up the middle they go. Greenfield. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. third down. Greenfield. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now a handoff up the middle. Greenfield. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Richardson looking to throw this. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On play action, May. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked. That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. They'll run on 1st down. Greenfield. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holmes. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you. A short one there, caught by Likely. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch? Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack. Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll throw with May.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. That is his 951st NFL reception. So 49 away from 1,000, but 951. That ties him with Andre Reed.
Oh, I love the trigger there because Andre Reed caught the ball any part of the field and specialized in traffic, similar to what we've seen throughout his career as well. Does not mind going across the middle and making big-time catches.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, May. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. To the air, May. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here we go on 4th down. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's May. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Drake May, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
2nd quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. 2nd down and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Richardson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Richardson. Holmes has got it complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. He finds his man complete. It's Holmes. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, Richardson. He finds his man complete. It's Holmes. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Richardson. He completes it to Wilson. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Again, it's Richardson. Over the middle, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Greenfield. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants going to take over again on offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he'll be out right at the 35. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Now back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On first down, Greenfield. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Richardson. Flushed out right. Broken tackle. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He finds his man, complete. It's Holmes. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the 2nd week of the regular season. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He's he's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Operating from the gun, Richardson. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Richardson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd down and 1. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Back to throw again. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants now are going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. In motion comes the tight end left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A short one there, caught by Likely. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A short one there, caught by Likely. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, it's May. It's caught to Charles. Throwing here is May. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, May with it. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the superb. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Jaguars offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
6-yard return after a punt of 48, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll drop to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Keon Wright got in there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got room. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Thomas has got it, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now Richardson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now Richardson back to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Shifts by him. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Here's Richardson to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holmes. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Richardson working from the gun. Flush to his right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Anthony Richardson. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. scoring summary. 3-play drive.
And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, now how about this return?
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
And New York set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10. Here's May. That is caught by Lamb.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To the air, May.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Charles. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He stiff arms him and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Hill going to go in motion right. Richardson.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Now Richardson.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown.
Brian Thomas
from 17 yards out.
And the Jaguars are able to stretch out their lead. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
New York set to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Looking to throw. May. Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They'll throw with May. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Here's May.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw here.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Back now in Jacksonville. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Greenfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now it's Richardson.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Christian Gonzalez.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Jaguars offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him,
they'll run on first down. Greenfield. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Richardson looking to throw.
Holmes has got it complete.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To throw, it's May.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Throwing here is May.
Short with 3rd and 4.
And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the shotgun, it's May. On target to his man, Likely.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. And he's going to use his legs here.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down is May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. From the gun, it's May.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb from 4 yards out. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CeeDee. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. He made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession.
On 1st down, Greenfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
And now out come the Giants.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
From the shotgun, May with it. Right side, there's Likely with it.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
2nd and 5.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Charles.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's May. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
To the air, May.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
They'll throw with May. Throwing out left and finding Likely.
2nd and 6. Escaping the touchdown Giants from 6 yards away.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Down to a knee goes Richardson, and that should finish off this victory. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the Jags, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll